Welcome to Financial Buzz Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker here at the New York Stock Exchange, bringing you a review of this week's stock market. On Monday, markets paused to wait and see what Fed Chair Jerome Powell would say later in the week during his scheduled testimony. Tech trended down after an analyst downgraded Apple, and the Dow Industrials closed 115 points lower. On Tuesday, the JOLTS job openings report for July declined 0.7% to 7.323 million openings, lower than expected. 10-year Treasuries yielded 2.05%. West Texas Intermediate crude ended at $57.50 a barrel, and gold finished at $1,394 an ounce. On Wednesday, the EIA petroleum status report for the week ending July 5th saw crude oil inventory decline 9.5 million barrels. Fed Chair Powell testified before Congress and noted that business investment has slowed recently, and uncertainties around trade tensions and the strength of the global economy have increased risk to the U.S. economy. Markets interpret this as some form of loosening will happen soon, and markets shot up with the Dow Industrials closing 76 points higher and the Nasdaq Composite closing at a record high. On Thursday, the consumer price index for June rose 0.1% on top of the prior month's 0.1% gain. Jobless claims for the week ending July 6th fell 13,000 to 209,000. Markets continued rallying, especially in the healthcare sector, with the Dow Industrials rising 227 points to close above 27,000 for the first time. On Friday, the producer price index for June saw a modest 0.1% rise, and markets rose strongly at the open on continued optimism over lower interest rates. Now let's take a look at some stocks. PepsiCo reported its second quarter results before the market opened on Tuesday. The beverage producer topped analyst expectations and provided an upbeat forecast for the rest of the fiscal year, setting shares roughly 1% higher during Tuesday's pre-market hours. PepsiCo reported earnings of $1.54 per share on revenue of $16.4 billion. The stronger than expected quarter was primarily driven by the company's coffee, drinks, and water business segments. Acacia Communications announced on Tuesday morning that Cisco Systems intends to acquire Acacia for $2.6 billion or $70 per share. The announcement sent Acacia shares surging by as much as 35% on Tuesday. Upon completion of the deal, Acacia employees will join Cisco's optical systems and optics business within the networking and security business. Levi Strauss & Co. reported its second quarter results after market close on Tuesday. The jean maker reported better than expected revenue but missed earnings estimates, causing shares to plummet 10% at the opening bell on Wednesday. The company reported earnings of 7 cents per share on revenue of $1.3 billion. Revenue rose by 5% year over year due to stronger sales growth in Levi's Asia and Europe markets. Bed Bath & Beyond released its first quarter results after the market closed on Wednesday, with the company reporting earnings of 12 cents per share on revenue of $2.6 billion. Bed Bath & Beyond reached the high end of its earnings guidance range, while revenue was slightly below expectations. Shares traded about 3% higher on the news. Delta Airlines reported its second quarter results before the market opened on Thursday, taking in a record $12.5 billion, up 8.7% year over year, and earning $1.5 billion in income, or $2.35 per share. Delta also returned $497 million to shareholders in Q2 in dividends and stock buybacks. Delta shares reached a new 6-month high of $60.79 on Thursday. This is Financial Buzz Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker, and I'll see you again next week.